hidden for centuries, a list, 112 cryptic mottos, and a final warning. The world just lost Pope Francis, and if the prophecy is real, the next one might be the last pope in history. In 1139, an Irish archbishop named Saint Malachy collapsed during a pilgrimage to Rome. What he saw in his vision was so terrifying, the church hid it for over 400 years, a list of 112 popes, each described by a strange Latin phrase eerily accurate up to the very last one. According to believers, every pope since the 1500s has matched their mysterious label, Pope John Paul II. De labor solis of the labor of the sun born during a solar eclipse, Benedict XV. Glory of the olive tide to the Olivetans, Francis. Peter the Roman, the final pope, and now, he's gone. The last entry reads, "In the final persecution of the Holy Roman Church, there will sit Peter the Roman, who will feed his flock amid many tribulations. The city of 7 hills will be destroyed, and the dreadful judge will judge the people." Sound apocalyptic. That's because it is, according to some, this wasn't just a prophecy, it was a countdown. The Vatican has never officially endorsed the prophecy, but never denied it either. Conspiracists believe the Church has been preparing for this moment. Quietly, secret archives, hidden rituals, even encrypted documents allegedly confirming the prophecy's timeline, and with the death of Francis on Easter week, the symbolism is undeniable. A new pope will rise. But is he the light or the beginning of the end? The prophecy of Saint Malachy says only one thing after this: judgment comes next. Some say fall of the Vatican means a spiritual collapse like loss of moral authority or a massive schism. Others believe it may involve a physical catastrophe like war, natural disaster, or even internal betrayal. Several religious prophecies, apocalyptic visions, and traditional Catholic mystic writings have long hinted at the fall of the Vatican or a massive transformation within the Church. While none are official doctrine, they've fueled centuries of speculation, fear, and conspiracy. In Quatrain 297, Nostradamus wrote, "Roman Pontiff, beware of approaching. A great ruin shall fall upon the holy place." Many interpret this as the fall of the papal state or spiritual downfall of the Vatican. Revelation 17 describes a great harlot seated on 7 hills. Many conspiracy theorists and anti-Catholic critics link this to Rome. The 7 hills are traditionally associated with Vatican or Rome geography, making it a popular scripture among apocalyptic theorists. Next come the visions of Anne Catherine Emmerich. She claimed to see a dark church rising in Rome, full of corruption and heresy. She also spoke of a false church attempting to destroy the true faith from within. Her visions are chilling and have been cited as predictions of a schism or a cleansing collapse of Vatican power. And then allegedly in 1917, 3 children in Fatima, Portugal, received visions from the Virgin Mary. The third secret, only fully revealed in 2000, described a bishop in white being killed on a mountain among a ruined city full of corpses, while the Vatican said it referred to the 1981 assassination attempt. On John Paul II, many believe it's a coded prophecy about the destruction of the church hierarchy or the Vatican itself. Is the Vatican hiding ancient prophecies about its own destruction? From Saint Malachy's final pope warning to secret visions from Fatima and mystics like Anne Catherine Emmerich, this video uncovers chilling predictions that the fall of the Church may already be underway. Could we be living in the end times for the Vatican? Subscribe for more hidden truths, prophetic timelines, and conspiracies they don't want you to hear.
So the Pope died on Easter Monday. There's a saint in the 12th century who said this would be the last Pope. Yeah. He said exactly how many popes there was going to be, and Pope Francis is supposed to be the last before Armageddon. In a book called Prophecy of Popes in 1139, St. Malachi, during his trip to Rome, claimed to receive a vision of the future, including the name of every pope from that moment until the end of days. He shared details of 109 future popes and said in the final persecution of the Holy Roman Church there will be reigning Peter the Roman, who will feed his flock amid many tribulations, after which the seven-hilled city will be destroyed and the dreadful judge will judge the people. The end. And apparently his prophecies have come true on a lot of his popes. The first pope on the list would be from a castle on the Timber, and he was actually born in Tuscany on the shores of Timber River. Predicted another pope would be elevated from a hermit, and Nicholas IV, pope from 1288 to 1292, was a hermit in the monastery. He said the 45th pope in the prophecy is described as coming from the hell of Prignani, and he actually was born in Domenico Prignano. St. Malachi said that the last pope before this one that just died, Pope John Paul II, and remember, this is in the 1100s that he predicted this, he said that Pope John Paul II would be of the eclipse of the sun. John Paul II was born on May 18th, 1920 during a solar eclipse.
Pope Francis has just passed away, meaning the Vatican's about to go into meltdown. And the prophecy of the popes is real. This means the fifth seal has been broken, meaning the prophecy of the popes is true. So in case you didn't know, the day after Easter, Pope Francis has passed away at 88 years old. Suppose when you're that close to God, you know when you're going to die, right? No, he had good doctors. He knew it was coming in February. Well, aren't they bad doctors if they knew he was going to die? Yeah, I guess so, because they couldn't stop it. Fifth of seven seals in the book of Revelations. This is when the persecuted souls of Christianity ask God to exact a vengeance on the living. This is because the Antichrist corrupted everybody. Wait, who's the Antichrist? Now this is the universe's favourite spiritual grandma, Dolores Cannon. She said the Antichrist is going to be here anytime soon. Yankees, like zoink, Scoob. This is the Antichrist. Now, Dolores Cannon actually said that the Antichrist had been born and was being raised in the Middle East, whilst others believe that the Antichrist is a corrupt state of mind being driven by their inner reptilian desires, so reproduction and food, constantly putting lust as the priority, whilst being driven by the five senses, and they distract everybody else. Just shiny objects and beauty. But either way, 113 popes are now done. The Bible even wrote about it in Revelation, stating that he was a devil from the bottomless pit controlled by Satan. And the prophecy also states that the city of seven hills will be destroyed. The city of seven hills is known as Rome.
Following Pope Francis's death, a chilling Nostradamus prediction has come back into focus that some believe foretold this very moment. In 1555, the French astrologer predicted the death of a very old pontiff and a weakening of the Catholic Church. In Les Prophecies, Nostradamus wrote, "Through the death of a very old pontiff, a Roman of good age will be elected. Of him it will be said that he weakens his seat, but long will he sit and in mordant activity." He also referenced a mysterious successor. A young man of dark skin, with the help of the great king, will deliver the purse to another of red color.
The Prophecy of the Popes.
Oh boy.
This book was found in the Vatican archives. Predicted every single pope from in 1143 all the way to our current pope. But the scary thing is, after Pope Francis, the last one, it just says Judgment Day.
Oh gosh.
It literally ends after Pope Francis?
Yes. The creepiest thing that I saw inside St. Paul's Basilica, bordering the whole inner sanctuary, is every single pope. But what's weird is that there's only a certain amount of markers to where you could put a picture. There's one left after Pope Francis. They have always said that once that last slot is filled, it will be the end of the world. What he predicted, the time it took to go from the first pope that he wrote about, halfway mark, was 422 years. And he's saying from the middle one to the end, another 422 years will be the end of the world. If you do 422 years from the middle pope, which was 1585, that year is 2027.
Dang!
It's even weirder. Pope John the 23rd, and he said that the end of the world would happen 2,000 years plus Christ's life. So that adds up to 2027 as well.